Hello, good morning, everyone. Starting another live trading. Today we are going to make a quick report on January 26th. January 26th was an atypical month, and there are a lot of reasons why. We have this report here. I put that online, so you go to www.translatestocks.com/Gen 26 report PDF. This is, I will put in the description of this video after the live, the YouTube recorded video. And this PDF show that January 26th, we have a good news and a bad news. The good news is usually when we have a positive first month of the year, the subsequent months, they will be positive. So 82% of the years that we have a positive January, the average gain for the S&P 500 for the entire year was 12%, plus 12%. That's a good news. The bad news, we already know that we are actually inside a very turbulent market. We had the metals appreciation with the worst Friday in decades, with the price correction that we have for the metals. And it seems that crypto and equities, they are just being relocated because of that. So lots of ripples on different subjects during January made this month one of a kind, very different from what we had been seeing during 2025. So we started 2026 with a high volatile month. Hi, Dan. How are you? Good morning to you. We have here in this report I'm not going to read everything, but we have a lot of things. Powell investigation, the Fed chairman investigated on fraud. Then we have the FONC meeting. We have the Kevin Warsh nomination. The geopolitics, the Greenland. A lot of this report has a lot of babes. Everything happened in January 2026. So because of that, February shouldn't be so harsh on news and events. That's why we are always, when we have a challenge month or a challenge period, the good news is that it's already in the past. So we don't have to expect to have the same amount of news and other stuff interfering with the patterns that we read in the markets the same way we had in January. That's the good news. Like the the worst ripples were in the past. For today, after this short review on January and why January was so different from the other months, let's start our trading session today. What I usually do is to reconcile what we have here on our screen and the techniques that I will use for trade today. I'm trading the MES. That's the chart that I'm trading. I'm watching the 1 hour projections, the 5-minute projection, and the 1 minute projection. The same way we did last week, the 1 minute chart here, it's trading by itself. Okay, so we have these guys here. We have the 1 minute is the agent number 2. That's our benchmark. That's the results of agent number 1 and 2 that are on our website. This is the agent number 2 that we have as benchmark. We have several other charts trading here, some strategies with the SQs, the ETFs, the leverage ETFs. And it seems that my connection is not good. Let me... me reconnect. Mhm. Okay, sorry about that. Internet issues here on my side. Okay, so we have several agents trading here, and this is the P&L of the agents for today, trading alone, almost $500. The global P&L involves other swing trade options that I have here, so it's not related to the agents at all, but the agents are making $500 today. And this agent here is agent number 10. Okay, so this is agent number 10, and that configuration, let me show the configuration for agent number 10 that we are going to use. I can average down the market up to 4 times with one contract, so I can go from 1 to 5 contracts in linear mode. The system is not entry alone. I am driving the entries, but the system will exit. The 3 times target is what I have using as a take profit. Basically 3 times the standard deviation for the period, the 5-minute period that we have here, 20 bars. And the stop loss, the black swan stop loss that I use is 40 points. That's not meant to be achieved, but if we are in the middle of trade and we have a 40 points drop in price or going up in price, and I am positioned against the price, it will trigger a stop loss. Otherwise, the stop loss is manually, and I will conduct it accordingly. Okay, so this is the 1 minute chart. The white chart is the advanced chart. We have the interpreter here. We have some lines inside this chart. I like the pivot points, the Fibonacci with the interpreter, and the triangles. So the system is drawing these triangles for me, and the lines. These lines, they are very strong, the supports and resistances. Right now, we are with one of them, and we have a projection here that we should see the price going up. So I can start buying. So I start a long position here. That's a $90 profit exit. It should be in 6933 and a half. 6933 and a half. Let me close this. I think that could be slightly reduced. We have this triangle here, and we have some resistances in the middle of the way. The first one is in the 22. This is a down projection that we have open here. So the triangle is telling the story that this price could go down to 6891. But I have the 5-minute telling another story that the price should go up, and the 1 hour is also telling me that we could see a bounce back. It's a little bit dislocated from the projection, so the projections, they are normalized, they are pointing up as well. So we have 2 different situations here. Because of the support, I decided to enter with this long trade here. Let's see how it unfolds. Let me mirror down my Fibonacci here. We had one triangle with a projection that was already in the same line here. And what we have below our price is 6907, 6902. Of course, 69, even the 6900 is very strong. And the projections, they are going below that. So we have some space for a pullback here. And that's what I'm looking to, let me open my order ticket again. And this line here is the 22. Let me just grab this price to the 22. I don't want to be in the middle of the line. So the take profit is shorter because we have resistance there, and we don't have a very strong uptrend here. Is basically something that I'm seeing on the projected lines, not in the chart. And if the price comes back to this, if we have the pullback inside this triangle, then the major trend that we have here is a downtrend. So then we could short the market in this region if it came back here. And of course, we will see that changing if that happened. Now my take profit is $31 because I put the take profit here in this line, this first resistance line. Resistance, we're using the 33 as a take profit, but I reduced that. Okay, that was a take profit, our first profit of the day, 31.25. And now we could just short the market here. We have the second resistance here. It could be a good opportunity to short the market here. Now we have the same thing, 6906. So the target is below the scale here. This strong line here, down here, is 6914, 6915. So let's see if we have the price resisting here. 6915. Let me reduce that to 6915. Okay, now we have the target here. So we have the exit order here, the take profit order here. That's where we are exactly. And you can see that my platform is slightly different from last week. We have a new update for this week, so we are using now 8 decimal places for the price, and everything was updated accordingly. So it's slightly different. The platform is slightly different from last week's version, and we are rolling this update for everyone during this week. So the price is moving as predicted. We have the pullback to the triangle line. The triangle shows a downtrend here to the, actually the 6900, but we are with the take profit to 6915. 10 points from where we entered. This bar will change now, the 5-minute projection. We will have a new 5-minute projection, 11:15. I have the SPY here, the ETF, just behind me. It's a 15-minute chart. Yeah, I changed it. It's still showing an upward projection. We have the 1-hour chart is kind of crazy, so it's not giving us anything good to work with. Last 2 weeks, the 1-hour chart for the MES, it was beautiful and it was very, very accurate. But this week, of course, we are not seeing that because it's changing. It's showing different stuff. So when we have the price on rails here changing the future projections, like all the time, just switching from one projection to another all the time, is that because the pattern that we have for the real time bars here, this pattern appears several times in the database, in the data set that we have for the historical market data. And because of that, we have several different patterns for the same chart. We actually don't have a clue on what should be the right pattern for us to use. And when we do have only one pattern and the projections just fixed, I think last week we stayed at 1 hour with the same projection, 5-bar projection. In the 1 hour chart, we stayed the entire 1 hour of the live trading with the same projection. So it was very good to trade with that. Now the price is coming 6,919. The support is here at the 1453. So our exit is 15. We have a good exit. Actually, I'm anticipating this exit here. We have another $30 profit. Usually we have $100 in 1 hour trading. Today we had in $60 in just 10 minutes trading. That's very good. Okay. And the lowest of this bar was 15.25. Our price was 15 even. So we anticipated that. We exit. We have now $62 profit. And now we need to wait for another movement. The 6,900. We actually had the daily low at 6,910. 6,900 needs to break out the daily low. So there is some strong support from 6,915 to 6,900. I will not bet on that. That pullback and that come back to the support, it was a good pattern, but after that, I'm not sure if we could have something good here. Okay, so now we have some time to talk about other stuff because I trade twice this trend and it's exhausted right now. I don't have a statistical bias to trade again here. Let's just wait for anything new to appear in the charts. Let's see what else we can see here. Let me open this. The next Fibonacci is 6,907. Daily low. Let's see if it breaks the daily low. Still 1050. Yeah, the price is trying to go back with a new low. The next pivot point is 6,879. The previous one was 6,953. This dotted line here. 6,953. The next one 6,879. So we are right in the middle of the pivot lines. They are very strong, but they are not in our surveillance right now. Let's see what other stuff are doing. How is the gold? While we wait, let's see. The gold is for 933. Wow, what a drop! It was 5,100 yesterday. Now we have an almost 200 point drop in price. The price is trying to break the daily low. We have this down projection here. We are not seeing that on the next 5 bars projections. The 5 minutes is not so optimistic right now. It was better before. Now it's more contained. We are doing a daily low. Now it's breaking the daily low. Usually this comes with a lot of volatility. The price coming back to the 6915 and then going to the new projections. It should be awesome if the 60-minute was telling something better for us. Let's see what is this price here. 6897, 6895. So the 600 can indeed be achieved. 6900 can indeed be achieved. We may, let me open this again. Yeah. I may short the market here in this pullback. Let's see what do we have here, 6917. I can just wait for that. 12. Okay, 15. Oops. I just short the market and it came back very happily. 1625 I enter. It's trying this daily low. I thought that the 15 would be a good entry. It's now 1819, so we had a lot of support there. But we have this triangle showing that the price could drop there. The price is trying to go there. The gold's dropping terribly. Everything's dropping. The SPY is dropping the same way, 0.33%. Let's see. 20, we enter the 16. The triangle pullback is a little bit far away from where we are. 28. We could use a new entry here. 22. Yeah, 19 is our average price. And we could make a third entry. The exit is now on the 13th. So we enter 16, 13 is right here, just below this black line. I can just put this back to the 15. Let me put this back to the 15. So we don't fight with the line. And if the price goes, if the second pullback goes to the vertex of the triangle, we could use a third contract. Or if the price goes back to test the minimum the daily low again, then we will have a profit before that. The price is rolling today faster than usual. The volatility is not different, but the speed of the changes are. Okay, I re-entered 22. Another entry will be on the 29. We are almost there. I put an order. Let me see this order. My agent is the 10, POR 10. Okay, it executed. So it's filled. My exit is here with 3, 1675. So it's automatically above the 15 that we had here as a strong support. Now we have two possibilities. If the price goes up here, then we can try to short the market. I have this rule that I can put up to 5 contracts, so we can try to break even this trade. Or if it respects the triangle here, this ceiling that we have here, then it could come back to the 15 and then we have a profit. The projections today, they are not fitting well to the market. So people always ask me what I'm seeing here. We have some patterns that we can see easily inside these charts, but when we have something like that, actually it's telling nothing. So the pattern that we are seeing right now is not something that we have a good match in the past. So we just don't use it. But this likely story that we are seeing here is from a 1 hour perspective chart, the pattern is to keep dropping. From the 5-minute perspective, the pattern is to keep going up. The 1 minute is too weak right now, but it's telling that it could come back to the 19, to the SMA. And the traditional technical analysis, of course, this is my stuff, so we have AI drawing the technical analysis for us. But the traditional technical analysis is telling that we are inside a downtrend by this triangle here in the 1 minute chart. So we have a lot of different stuff. And wisdom reading, we have this daily low that the price was trying to break here. It didn't break, so it had some strength for the long traders. But we need to see if they do have strength enough to break this down triangle here. That's the thing. Now we have entered in the last enter was in the almost 28, 27.75. We are 29.30. The price is testing the ceiling right now. So we have this resistance here. Last time I was looking to this, the price just break up very fast. So let's see if this time it respects the line or not. So far it's respecting. We have the 19 as a support there. The 19 is now is the 21, is the SMA 20. and our exit is in the 1675. I didn't change that. That's the automatic order for the system. Well, that's the good thing about this kind of automation. I don't need to bother with the exits. The system places them for me. Of course, I chose the three standard deviation as a dynamic stop profit, but the system is putting that for me there. And I can change. I have with the three standard deviation distance, I have time to think about it and just bring it to a near exit price or just let it be there or just increment the take profit if I think that I don't have any support or resistance in the middle of the way. Well, the price resisted for the second time to the triangle border. That's a good thing. Now we need to wait for this to realize that it doesn't have strength enough to go up and then come back to the 1675. And of course, if we are wrong, we can start going long to decrease our exposure to the short trade. But to do that, we would need the price to go up this line here. This is the 34, 6934. Because we have two different options here. One is to average down with more contracts. But if we are seeing an uptrend, just like increase the position, it's more than a hope trade than a technical analysis trade. So we can start decreasing that position. If that position is wrong, we can have small loss of the long position and then the short position will cover it. If it evolves to an uptrend, then we can just increase the long position and change our mind. So we can use this long alongside the short, but right now we're not there. It's just possible next chapters to our book. And I see that SMA 20 for the SPY 15 minute is right there as well. 1975, 18, 1775. Okay. $42. Another profit, $42. Now we hit the 100. We have $105. Everything that I told you a couple of minutes ago, it's past. We have passed that. We are not in that page anymore. So we have short the market here and made a profit there with the averaging down here inside the pullback, the second pullback of the triangle. Now we have a weird situation. The triangle was tested twice. If we try to short again, now I'm not sure that we have enough strength for the price to go down right now. And we can see that we are trading actually what the traders don't understand. We can now pass this 3 trades and this 35-minute trading. We can see that the 5-minute is pointing up and the 6-minute is pointing down. There's a reason for that. People are confused. Traders are not aligned on what to do. We are like just sitting on the daily low. and everybody is just trying to bet to somewhere without anything to support it, and the price is just like spinning around an average line. This average line seems to be around here, 6920, and we are just trading that. For how long? Traders will be confused, and this kind of trade will be profitable. That's the big question. Right now, I'm not sure again. I'm not seeing anything again. We have this support here. The 1 minute is showing the cascade, a down cascade. The 5 minute is showing another direction, but it's divergent from the price. So this pattern is strong to show that we should have an uptrend. If both charts, the real time and the past chart, they are aligned, but they are not. The 1 minute, it was showing a downtrend until we hit the support. Now it changed to an uptrend again. And the 1 hour chart is still showing the same pattern that we were seeing a couple of minutes ago to the 6900. Yeah, one thing is true about the market. It has some weight and gravity works on that. So if people are not sure if the price should go up or down, usually it goes down. Maybe this is another pullback. This time it could reach 25, 6925. Not sure. Yeah, people are so confused here. But if I need to bet, I would bet that this price would drop to 6900. I would bet that. The 20 would be a good new point to short the market. Let's see if the market goes back to 20. It was there, 21, 1 minute ago. Not anymore. But it could be. This dotted band that I have here is a calculation that I made from the bandwidth of the reality grid. So if we are between these lines, this is like the thickness of what the price could be doing without changing anything. So inside this bandwidth here, the price is not actually telling a story. When it breaks the line for one side or for the other, you can have some small trend there, but usually the price stays here. So if I want to short the market, wait the price to touch this upper band here is a better entry price for me. So I can make a few points more waiting the price to just touch that. The price is dropping before that. I think that this 20 here, this touch that we had here, This was the opportunity to entry this downtrend. Now the price is just dropping, so we have this support here. 6907 is the first support, and the other support that we had before, 6900. It's the 02s. Maybe I have missed that. Yeah, I think that I have missed this short trade. I was waiting for the price to come back to the 22nd time, but it didn't. 13 points. Very good move to the MES today. It's really fast. What's not usual for the MES. It's trading more like the MNQ. Now the 1 minute shows support, the 5 minutes show the cascade. So now the 5 minutes show that we should have a drop in price. Okay, it was not showing that before. I was trying to read that from the technical analysis. Now it's telling that the price could go back to the 6900. And this triangle here, it's just open. This is a downtrend right here, and the target is 6891. We could still sell, but the price should go back to 11. $11 would be a good entry price. Now it's not 11 anymore. Now it's 10.50. Yeah, 10.50 still can be a good place to entry. Maybe another 10-point trade. It's going directly to the 6900, only 2 points. The second support, yeah. What a pain to lose this entry. 6900 being achieved. $6,901. 1 minute is showing the pullback where it achieved and it it entered here. It's long here. The 1 minute is long, waiting for the same price that I was waiting to enter the downtrend is waiting the price to come back there. And this is the 6900. Yeah. The second trade I didn't do. 6899. The projection now is the triangle projection now is near 6891. And I should explain myself when people say, Carlos, and I received this question last week. Carlos, you are reading right, like your supports, they are being achieved. Why don't you just enter? Because whoa, take a look at it. We have a changing paradigm here. The reality band just exploded. Let's observe. I always wait for a better place to enter. I think that if I'm wrong, and you can see that sometimes I'm wrong, I'll need to fix the trade, and after the second fix, the when you start averaging down, the first averaging down, you still have some edge to have a profit. But with the third, the fourth, and the fifth contracts, you're just increasing your risk just to break even to avoid a loss. And for me, it's a good thing to do. I don't like to lose, so I can manage that. I can control that to work that way. But I don't like to start averaging down this to like save the trade. And because of that, I try to enter better. And sometimes I lose the trade, just like I did. At least I didn't want to trade the pullback. Agent 2 is trading the pullback. I am not. So the AI is doing its own decision here. Let's take a look on the agent 2. Oh, agent 2 is good. $500 today. Yeah, it seems that 1 minute today is indeed good. This trade is not good so far. $22 negative. But the forest of trades is very green. It's good. This is our trading here. The agent number 10 is me trading manually here. What we are seeing here is $105 profit that we had with the 3 trades that we did so far. And this last trade we didn't enter, but it was correct. I wouldn't be inside the trade right now. Like the exit point would be like 6901 probably, because of the support that we have for the 6900. But the triangle is projecting that we do have here the 94. This is another Fibonacci, super strong. We have that before here, which are super strong here as well. This dark line here, this black line, that's the major support for the Fibonacci calculation. It was super strong as well. So this 6894 should be respected. It's being respected. I don't know if it will be respected, but it should be. And the price is going to 9150 actually, the projection. And it's almost there. 9175. Yeah. 91. So the triangle downtrend was achieved. What a trade. That I missed it, but it was beautiful. Yeah. Without any pullback anymore. So we have 2 strong pullbacks here. Now, looking backward, I can see that I was maybe naive, believing that we would have a third pullback here. We did have 2 strong pullbacks, showing that the triangle was real and the market was seeing that strength there, the lines there. I should have just entered with this short trade with a market order, but I decided to wait it, and we missed the 4th trade. So far, what we have is these 3 trades that we did: 31, 31, and $42, $105. And now that we achieved the target, and we have the support in the same level as well, we are seeing the pullback. This band expansion here is a little weird. It's a little weird. The price is just passing through some kind of boundary, of reality. That's very interesting and dense. What should happen? I don't know. Let me take a look to this. The gold, wow, the gold went to, wow, 48. While we were waiting to the MES to evolve the gold, this is a 1 minute chart for the gold. 1 minute. It was at the opening, it dropped from 5,080, I think, 50, directly to the 5,000, so it dropped almost 100 points. And it dropped another 100 points now. So from where we were 2.5 hours ago, gold it had a 200-point drop in 2 hours. 200 in 2 hours. That's enough. That's a lot. Now the 1 hour projection is showing a pullback. So we could have a pullback. We had this live trading reaching 1 hour. I won't start this buy trade here, but we do have space for a pullback in the 1 hour chart. We don't have a valid figure here anymore. This will work now. This triangle lines, they will work as support and resistances, but we don't have targets for this price. But we do have this grid here showing a lot of strength in this area that we are right now. The 6900 is very, very strong. Okay, I think that this is a wrap for today's live session. I thank you for everyone for being here with me. And remember, every Wednesday, 11 a.m., we are doing these live sessions to showcase how to use this marvelous tool, the price on rails, to trade manually. And of course, we can watch it trading automatically and use it to help us with more information as well. I appreciate the presence of everyone. See you next week. Thank you.